Hello, my name is George. I'm going to provide a quick 5-minute training on PSAT. Before we get started, just want to take the time to thank you. Thank you for helping us out. This test is a big deal for BOSA, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you for taking the time and being part of the BOSA family. So I promise not to go over 5 minutes. So what's the PSAT? PSAT is actually practice to their SAT. It's a time test. The 11th graders will have a benefit from the National Merit Scholarship if they do well enough. But the main reason we're doing it is so kids could have that actual practice. We could get a score report and just build off of what our kids already know and target what they don't. So your responsibilities, one is to secure the test materials. These materials do not leave your office. If a kid is being sent out, the kid leaves the book, the exam stays in your room. Your expectation is to monitor students at all time. Make sure they're taking their very own exam, that they're not peeking, they're not looking at another person's exam. You're not allowed to answer any questions about the content. If they have a question about how much time they have left, that's appropriate. Distribute the test materials per the script. So the script will pretty much walk you through the entire PSAT. It'll be your guide. Do not release the kids unless you have your exams back. You'll be having 35 books, 35 answer sheets, and that's what we want you to return. And make sure you conduct active proctoring. So you're on your feet, walking around, making sure kids are taking their test seriously. Classroom setup, make sure all your desks are facing the same way. There shouldn't be any materials on display that can assist students with the test. So if you have like sample work on the walls, there's butcher paper in the lounge that you could grab and cover up or just simply take down. Make sure the kids are 4 feet away from each other and keep the clock in front of your in front of your class. So all the desks are facing the same way and they have access to the clock. All right. One of the things that you are expected to do as well is take attendance. You're going to have 2 rosters. One stays with you, one will get picked up. And that's going to be for attendance purposes. Just a heads up, there's no makeups for the PSAT. It's not a BOSA test. It's from the College Board. We do have to send these tests back. If a kid needs to retake it again, it wouldn't be until the following year. If kids arrive late, if your classroom has already begun the test, then you redirect those late kids to the library. But if a kid comes in while you're reading the instructions, that's fine. They can still test with you. And pretty much every answer sheet you're going to have will be pre-ID'd, except for the handful of 9th graders and the new students who just enrolled. And when you're passing out those answer sheets and those books, just make sure they have the right one. A common issue that we come across every year is kids with the same name. So just to make sure they get the right one, go off for their ID number or birth date. Kids are entitled to a break, but we want to encourage that they use their break times, not during the test. If they do want to use the restroom and it's an emergency, of course, they can go, but just let the kid know that they will be losing their time during the test. It's a time test, and they won't be able to make up that time. And if you do let them go to the restroom, it's going to be one student at a time. And then we also agreed to keep the kids in the class, so we don't want them outside. So during breaks, keep them in the class, and they are allowed to have snacks if they wish. If the kid's acting up, send them to the office. The exam stays, kid leaves. And then just let me know, and I'll show you how to fill out an invalid score report. So what's in your crate? Well, you got to pick up your crate by 7:40 in the library. The crate's going to have a summary sheet that you're going to sign off. You're going to have 2 copies of your roster. One gets turned in for attendance purposes. The other one stays with you. You're going to have pre-ID'd answer sheets for the most part. There's a handful of kids in the ninth grade that won't have an answer sheet, a pre-ID'd answer sheet, so they'll get a blank one. And any student who just checked in will also have a blank one. You'll have 35 books, a test manual, a SIR for kids who are cheating or you have to give them an invalid score. And then you'll have your bell schedule. On your board, make sure you have the name of the school, Pozo Grande, and our address. And then the script will walk you through the start time. So you have to kind of pencil in the start time and the end time in the book, and then just transfer that onto the board as well. Here's a copy of the schedule. You're testing in red, so it's during first and second period. You're testing all the way until lunch. So if the kids need to take a break, when you guys take a break, it'll be in the classroom. If they need to use the restroom, it's one at a time. So I know we have break time on here, but that's going to be for your general students who are not taking the PSAT. Again, I know I mentioned it earlier, just go word by word, and be sure to put your start and end times on the board. And do not forget to complete your seating chart, which is located in back of your manual. And you could annotate any way you want. If you want to do initials, if you want to do student number, if you want to do first name, as long as you know where they're sitting. And we do have to turn that seating chart in. Make sure you turn in your book, your crate, to the library. Again, you'll have 35 to check in. So before you go to lunch, make sure you turn those in. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is gocean@ggus.us. Thank you again. If you have any questions, shoot me an email.